Sarah, thank you very much for joining me today and giving your thoughts on the program. Now, when we spoke sort of 6 to 8 weeks ago, what was the some of the things that prompted you to actually do the program in the first place?
So I'd been made redundant about 6 months before we started the programme, and then the COVID-19 pandemic had interrupted my job search. So I was looking really for some motivation, some evidence to show future employers that I was working on my personal development. And I really wanted to sort of shake myself up a little bit and get myself a bit more organised and feel inspired to get out there and do something about getting a new job.
Fantastic. I mean, did you, obviously there's the monetary expenditure and then there is the time investment. So what, did you have any sort of concerns or skepticism about the program itself before you joined?
No, I think it was priced very reasonably, and because I wasn't working, the time was fine for me. And I think the regular input actually worked really well, because you started to think to yourself, okay, what do I need to have completed before I go on to the next call? Brilliant. So it helped me to get myself organised.
Excellent. And what kind of breakthroughs, learnings, ahas did you have as you went through the program?
So I think the thing I found most beneficial was that I really started to think about what I wanted from my future career. And it had probably been a train of thought that I'd started in the sort of 6 months since I'd been made redundant, but it helped me to crystallise what I really wanted. And actually, I've ended up taking a business opportunity, and I'm starting my own business and moving forward with that. And I think doing the program really helped me to understand that that was something I could do and be successful at, but also that it was going to tick the boxes for what I wanted from my future. And I think perhaps if I hadn't done the program, I might have been a little bit too scared to say, yes, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. And that was my next question really, is what improvements or actual hard results you have achieved. Now, I understand that you were an HR director prior to this, and you were potentially looking at going back into that role, but you've ended up, it would seem, with a new opportunity completely.
Yeah. So I had an approach from somebody I used to work with who has set up a finance business and wants to set up an HR arm of that business. And he's got some investors. So I've been, very fortunate in that I've been made this offer. I can set this business up, but I've also got some investment behind me, which helps me to feel comfortable in terms of paying my bills and my mortgage and things like that.
Well, one of my favourite quotes, Louis Pasteur: "Chance favours the prepared mind." And I think that aptly describes what exactly has happened here. We talked about the kind of law of attraction.
Yes.
When the student is ready, the teacher arrives, and it's the same way with opportunities.
Yeah.
So I'm absolutely blown over for you. It's fantastic. Big congratulations to you for that as well, and I wish you well in that endeavour. Before we finally finish, Sarah, who do you think this program? Who would you recommend the program to? What kind of people do you think would benefit from this sort of program?
I think anyone who is looking to take their career to the next level. I think anyone who's really wants to understand what they want out of their career. So if you've got to a point where you're thinking, I don't know what to do next, or I don't know where I want my career to go, whether I want to specialise or be more generalist, or become more of a leader. I think anybody who's having that kind of needing to make a decision or to understand where they want their career to go. But also I think anybody who just wants, a bit of injection into what they're doing, needs a bit of fresh thinking. A lot of the sort of, the theory and stuff that we've been through has, it's really refreshing. And some of it, when you're as old as I am, some of it you've heard before, some of
Yeah.
the books you've read already, but
Yeah.
it's always nice to go back to it and think, oh yeah, that's a good way of using that. I knew that, but I've not
Mm.
used it. And I think
Yeah.
that's the thing. There's lots of stuff I know,
Mm.
but I'm not necessarily using. And I think that's
Yeah.
what has been good, is it's helped me to use some of the things that I knew,
Yeah.
I just wasn't using them.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much, Sarah. I really appreciate that. And I wish you very well in your new endeavours. How exciting. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.